Hello and welcome to another edition of MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, brought to you by Commando Gaming. Strategic Gaming brought to you live on twitch.tv at NerdHerd Streaming. We're continuing our series, and it's an exciting day today because we have MechWarrior 5 now available. This is the Steam release version with the DLC called Heroes of the Inner Sphere. So we're excited about taking a look at this title, taking a fresh look. I played a couple hours with some friends last night just to get a feel for it before I streamed it. And now we're ready to spend a good chunk of today streaming this game. So encourage you guys to ask any questions and give us a follow, because we'll be giving away a new Funko Pop shortly. So let's look at the new title screen. It's very different. We can see some C-bills here. We can see a contract. We see a MechWarrior helmet. We see MechWarrior gloves, along with a magazine from a rifle. I think this is very well done right here. It's kind of giving us a clear feel that this is a very different game than the game that was released a year ago on Epic Games. Now, I had the original game that was released on Epic Games, so I'm using that as my baseline for experience. So we're not going to go through the original campaign. We're going to jump into the new content. Hey, Simmons, good to see you. As always, we're jumping into MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, and we're going to start from the beginning. I'm going to start a co-op campaign so that in the event that some of my friends want to join in throughout the next couple hours, we can add them in without too much trouble. So let's take the start a new career. Now, the cool thing about this that's different than the original release is you can pick where you're going to start in the Inner Sphere, and you can pick your mechs based on where you start. Simmons just got this for the Xbox and the PC. Have you been playing it yet, Simmons? So we have House Davion. The best mech here is clearly an Enforcer. We have Rashalhag Republic, which is a Phoenix Hawk. We have the Capellans, where the best mech you have is a Cicada. House Karita, best mech you get is a Panther. House Merrick, best mech you get is an Assassin. House Steiner, best mech that you get is a Griffin. I'm going to go with House Steiner here, because I think the Enforcer is the best starting mech here. As far as I know, Simmons, the career mode is limitless. What I'm really interested in seeing is how the mods come out. So this base game is much better, from what I played a couple hours yesterday, than the base game that the modders had to work with a year ago. So I expect the mods are going to come out with something really cool in the next couple months. So we're going to select House Davion, because I like the idea of starting with an Enforcer. Okay, are you about to start a new career? Yep. New career. Okay, so I'm going to let the cutscenes play for you guys.
In 2108,
for people that watch this outside the stream. So bear with me if you've seen these
Their
before.
reach would eventually span a vast region of space known as the Inner Sphere. During its golden age, under the governance of the Star League, the Inner Sphere experienced unprecedented peace, prosperity, and technological advancement. But with a great rise comes a great fall. Beset by greed and mistrust, humanity splintered. The Star League crumbled. Technological advancement slowed. The great houses, each vying for supremacy, turned on one another, engaging in a series of conflicts known as the Succession Wars. Amidst this chaos, mercenaries became the proxy forces for the great houses. Numerous battlefields sprung up across the inner sphere, dominated by hulking war machines known as battle mechs. The year is now 3015, and these steel behemoths have become the tools of the mercenaries' trade. It's a lucrative time, yet one beset with perils of all kinds. Only the most skilled and brave among them will rise to become legend.
All right, so I will say that initial film short does a very good job of giving you an update on where things stand in the inner sphere. If you haven't played BattleTech before, it gives you a clear feel for what we're talking about here. So I actually like that cutscene quite a bit. So welcome to career mode. Okay, we're going to select the name of our mercenary company. Oh, you can actually select your icon, which you couldn't do before. You were stuck with the icon of your original company. Hey, Thomas. We're going through MechWarrior 5. I just started, so you haven't missed anything yet. Let's select our icon here. Let's see. None of these really jump out at me as being that fantastic. Yeah, let's go with this one for now. Of course, we're going to be Nerd Herd Incorporated. So, Friend Squirrel, thanks for stopping by. I would say this game is very comparable to the MechWarrior games of the past. And the release that came out a year ago on Epic Games was, I thought, a pretty good game, especially if you played multiplayer, because it's more fun with friends. But they've really stepped it up a notch, in my opinion. So this is your command console where you make a lot of the decisions. This is kind of where you manage your campaign here. So we selected House Davion. So I'm going to tweak this. I'm going to clip through these instructional summaries of how to modify your mechs, because I've already played this game quite a bit. So let's go to upgrades. Interesting. Okay, so we have upgrades that are available. If you get blueprints for your mech, you can add upgrades. We don't have any of those yet, but that's interesting. Okay, so let's play with our loadout here on our first mech. They've greatly improved the mech lab, so these models of the mechs are much better than they were a year ago. Okay, so this Enforcer comes with an AC-10 and a large laser. And AC-10 ammo, 40 rounds. Okay, so a couple things we're going to do here. First of all, with MechWarrior 5, the jump jets really don't do anything for you, and they're very heavy. So we're going to drop those, so that gives us 2 more tons of available space here. I'm actually going to take out the small laser, and I'm going to put in a medium laser. And I'm going to add another ton, if I have it, of AC-10 ammo. I do. Okay, so now I have 80 tons of ammo of the AC-10, which means I don't really have to worry about running out of ammo, which is nice. And I have another... I'm going to put in another heat sink. Give us a little better heat management here. That puts us over tonnage. So we're going to take a couple tons of ammo off of the legs. And modifying your first mechs are very important because you want to understand, you want to make the most of your mechs here. So I lost a little armor. I got a little more heat, a little more cooling. I added a little bit more firepower. So let's start work. That'll take 10 days, which is perfect because we have to travel anyway. So before you start your campaign, take some time to modify your mechs. You actually start out with more money than you did in the original release for that reason. Alright, so let's look at this spider. Has a whole bunch of jump jets. Again, jump jets are going to do nothing for me here. So we're going to take those jump jets off. There we go. All the jump jets are off. That gives me 4 tons to play with. So I'm going to take off this flamer. Flamers really don't do that much for you. And you can see we have a large energy slot available. So let's put a large laser on this spider. And that maxes us out. Cooling is going to be a problem here. But we have to put some firepower in this thing. It doesn't have a lot of armor either. Let's take some armor off this arm. One thing you could do that I really recommend is if you have an arm that doesn't have anything in it, take off the armor and put it into more valuable components. You'll lose your arm most likely in combat, but you just have to replace it later. It's not that big of a deal. So let's put all that armor into the center torso to improve survivability. So now the spider has a large laser and a medium laser. It'll take 14 days. Hey, this is what we start out with. So we're gonna have to make the best. Now, in the original release, you started out with a Centurion, which was damaged, and a Javelin. So they're giving you a lot more to start out with here, and I think that's why. You have to, because what they're doing is they're giving you more mechs to start out with, so you can start doing co-op right away, which is a lot more fun. So let's look at this. All right, so this, there's not that much we can do about this particular Locust. It's locked into having a machine gun, and 2 medium lasers. Not my favorite Locust, but not too much we could do about that. The Locust M, though, we should be able to play with here. Okay, so it's got LRM 5s and LRM ammo. All right, we're gonna let's see what missiles we have available. Wait, let me go back, cancel that. Let me go back in and see what missile systems we... I only have LRM 5s. See, the problem here... Let me go to the market. Okay, so LRM 5s have a tonnage of 2 tons. So what can I replace this with? I can replace it with SRM 4s, which are also 2 tons. So we're going to do that. We're going to buy 2 LRM 4s. along with some SRM ammo. You telling me we don't have SRM ammo available on this planet? We do not. Alright. So one of the problems you'll find is sometimes you just don't have the stuff you need on the planet that you're on, which is very realistic. So, yes, Friend Squirrel, the tiers on the weapons do go from 0 to 4, you're correct. So for this Locust, all I could do is stay with the base configuration, unfortunately. Because we don't have any other LRMs available, or any other missile systems available on this planet. And we have very limited options. The problem is the AI does not do a good job using LRMs. So that's kind of a negative. It might be better. We'll see what happens when we get into gameplay. But there's not much I could do about this Locust. So it might be a tough road for this Locust. It might not do much for us in combat. Okay. So, let's go to the Barracks. See if there's anybody we can hire. I strongly recommend that you constantly work on upgrading your pilots. It's very important. So let's look at our starting roster. We have our commander. We have a level 22 pilot, a level 22 pilot, a level 21 pilot. These are much nicer than the initial pilots that you got in the original release. And these pilots can actually last us for a while. But let's see what's available in the market. Yeah. None of the pilots in the market are better than what I have. So we're going to forget that right now. Okay, so let's take a look at the star map. Again, there's a tutorial here. I'm going to skip through that because I've already played this game many times. And I'll explain it as we go through using the star map. Alright, so this is the star map. The entire inner sphere is available. We could go anywhere that we want to, which is an upgrade over the past. We're in House Davion here. And we've got an assassination contract here. We've got some other missions here. Not as many as we had in the base start, which is interesting. So let's start out with an assassination contract. So we're going to select the planet that we want to go to. We're going to travel. Now these travel times are a little faster than lore. I think that's just for convenience. So we just kind of have to ignore that. This is actually really fast travel time. To go this distance in 13 days is pretty fast. But we're going to do that. Now, when you select a planet, you can also view the intel, which will tell you who's going to employ you and what possible mechs you might find out there. Now, as you have missions on this planet, this intelligence will increase. So we're going to go ahead and travel to Broke Land here. We'll set course. Alright, this is the same. Okay, so we can view the transmissions here. Okay, so we got a message from our old friend Colonel Markinson. Okay, so he's saying we have to build up mercenary rep to level 4. Okay. That's interesting. It's more knowledge for people who haven't played the game before. But we'll accept that as a goal to reach level 4 reputation. Alright, so we have contracts available. Again, I'm going to skip through this. I'll explain it as we select the contracts. Okay, so we have a level 7 assassination. It looks like there's going to be a sandstorm. Interesting. So, House Kurita wants us to assassinate someone. I don't have a good relationship with House Kurita, so we're not getting any bonuses here, which makes this pretty much just a cash mission, which is not horrible for our first mission. So let's jump into it.
The mission area is under heavy weather warning. It's going to affect visibility and sensors.
Okay, so you get notifications here. System start, mission start will be delayed. Spider 5D is being worked on. So they won't launch the mission until your repairs are ready, which is fine. Let me do one more thing. And let's talk about weapon groups. So your weapons groups are going to vary by what you put on the mech, for example. I like to group my weapons. So, for example, the AC-10 and the medium laser have about the same range. So I'm actually going to group those into group 2. You could keep everything separate, but that really magnifies how many different buttons you're pressing during combat. So I like to keep things pretty straightforward and keep the weapons with the same range brackets together. But everybody has their own personal choices here. Okay, so we have our mission. Okay, so we're going to hit ready. It's going to delay the contract for the 1 day that our repairs are requiring, which is fine. And we'll launch. This is all very similar.
Recon has tracked our target to somewhere within this vicinity. We have marked their most likely whereabouts on your map. That bounty is as good as ours.
Okay, so here we are. We're in the combat space. I've got the Enforcer. We've got the rest of our Lance. You want to constantly give your Lance commands to stay with you because they will tend to drift off on their own if they see an enemy target. So constantly telling them to stay with you is usually a good thing. Let's clear the throat of my large laser. There we go. Hey Matt, I'm playing solo right now. I'm certainly happy to have people jump in. Okay, there we go. We took out a VTOL at long range there.
I'm not seeing our targets at this location.
Okay, so the targets are not at this location, so we have to go to another location. Alright, so let's head to the other location. Oh, Matt, sorry, we'll be playing this game a lot over the next couple days, so I'm sure you'll have a chance to jump in. Matt is a long-time player with us on MechWarrior 5. We all got the base game on Epic when it came out, so we put in a lot of time on this game. All right, let's see if we can take these VTOLs out at long range. Missed.
Enemy destroyed.
There we go.
Following your lead, Commander.
Alright, again, your Lance sometimes will drift off, so it's always good to remind them to stay with you. That's one thing that hasn't changed that much from the base release.
I'm showing nothing on scopes that can be identified as our targets. We'll have to move on to the next nav point.
Okay, so we got another nav point. Now this is what we see all the time. This is a ramp that will basically get you down to the lower levels.
Ground units incoming.
Tango down!
So sometimes you have to look all around on the geography of the territory
Target acquired.
to figure out the best way to get to your target. They greatly improved the sounds of the weapons in this game
Tango down.
versus the base release.
Acquired. New target, Centurion.
Oh, we got a Centurion. That's a serious threat. So we should focus our fire
I can't target
on the
that.
Centurion when we can.
Target is in the field, Commander. They're marked on your tactical display.
Target is down.
Let's clear out some light targets here while we wait for the Centurion.
Target destroyed.
Falling in behind you.
Acquired.
But I can't do it too long because... Alright, here's the Centurion. So this is what we want to take out. This is a primary threat. So we're going to have our whole lance focus fire on the Centurion here. Now, since we don't have enough salvage to get the Centurion, it's all about getting a quick kill here. So that's why we're focusing fire. I'm gonna try to tank here. Ooh, got hit hard by something. I lost my AC.
Opponent lost. Cease defensive support.
Alright. We're suffering some component losses here.
Threat from enemy fire is bad enough.
Yeah, I got hit hard by something.
Critical. Target acquired.
Let's finish off this target, guys. All I have left is a medium laser. That's a problem. He actually outguns me pretty heavily here.
Shut target.
This is where I need my lance to step up and finish this guy, but he's definitely over the tonnage of my lance.
I took that mech apart.
Come on, guys. Help me out.
Priority target received.
Help me with this Centurion, guys. See, that Locust with the LRMs is not helping very much. Because it's getting in too close to use its LRMs effectively. If I could switch that to an SRM build, it'll be a much better help, much more helpful for us.
Target Alpha
There we go.
has been neutralized. Now let's get you all home. Head to the evac
Alright,
point.
well, we got it. So we're gonna run for the evac point now. There's the evac point.
Can't take this much damage much
Alright, so
longer.
we're gonna run for the... We're gonna run for the evac here. Damage is a problem.
On your trail, Commander.
Commander, come in. Commander?
Oh,
Commander, please, come in.
That's a problem. Alright, we're going to load that mission in again. Oh, we still fulfilled the contract. As you can see, we don't have enough parts for the Centurion. Or enough salvage for the Centurion. But is there some components that we could use? Nothing that great. So let's sort by value. We'll take the LRM 10, the AC2, and that'll be it. So this is a tough first mission for us. Yeah, we're going to need some serious repairs, which means we're going to go back to the industrial hub. When you go to the industrial hub, that's where you significantly reduce your repairs. And 16 shares. Remember, that's 16 shares of salvage for a medium mech. So imagine what it is for an assault. So as your reputation goes up, friend squirrel, with the houses, it will increase how many salvage shares you get. So early on, you don't get as many salvage shares as you would think. All right, so let's look at the market here. The market changes based on where you are. So let's see. I'd like to find some SRM ammo. There we go. So now, let's buy some SRM ammo. We're going to need that later. Because now we can actually make this Locust much more effective. So let's go to this Locust. It's got significant damage. But that's okay, because we're going to modify it. So we're going to take out these LRMs. Take out these LRMs, and we're going to put in SRM4s, which is going to make this mech much more useful. Okay. So now we're going to have SRM4s. Along with a ton of SRM ammo. That should be enough. Okay. And this is going to make this mech much more efficient because the AI will close in on the enemy instead of making the best use of its weapons. So anytime the AI pilot has LRMs, it's at a disadvantage because it will never use the LRMs correctly. So if you're going to have AI pilots, you set your mechs up differently than if you had co-op pilots. So try to keep that in mind. So this is going to be a better build for a AI pilot. Okay, cancel. We're going to repair all. And it's going to be 8 days to repair. The repairs are significantly faster and more expensive, or less expensive, in the industrial hubs than they would be in the battle zone. So let's see what we're gonna have to put this mech together here. Okay, so we're gonna do repair all. It doesn't let us change out the engines yet. The engines are the engines. Now, when the mods come out for this, the old mods for the original release let you modify things a lot more. So we don't have to deal with the engines here. So let's see what we can do to replace. Right, equipping the large energy slot. So we'll purchase a large laser. Okay, and you can see it's kind of guiding you as far as what you're going to do. So we're going to add in the AC-10 again. And And then you, yeah, start work, queue. This is slightly different than the original release. Okay, so it's going to take us 46 days to get the Enforcer ready. So the Spider just needs repairs. It lost that arm that I took all of the armor off of, so we just do repair mech. Not a big deal. This Locust also needs repair, so we just repair mech. Now we need to kill some time for these repairs. So remember, it's going to take 13 days to get to our next target contract planet. So let's go to Canard here and see what they have there that we might want to buy. We don't have a ton of money right now, but we needed to kill some time while those mech repairs go through anyways. Otherwise, we'd just be sitting around waiting for the repair. So each system has different pilots. So is there any better pilots here than what we have? No. Let's look at the market. Is there anything in the market that we'd want to buy? There's no mechs available for sale here, but let's see what equipment they have. Let's sell equipment that we don't need. So for example, I don't need these jump jets. So we'll sell all the jump jets that we picked up. We probably need everything else. So let's see what else is what's available for purchase. That might be interesting. Not much. We have ammo. Okay, so let's look. Alright, so we have an AC 2BF, AC 20BF. I'll explain burst fire later when we get a mech. We have a sun glow laser, high-powered weapon firing for long range. Okay, so that's different than what we've had before. That's interesting. We have our... same thing for... So there's a whole bunch of weapons we're going to explore as we can afford them. But nothing we want to buy here. So we're actually going to go back to the star map. We'll go to the next planet that has missions for us. And let's travel there. Okay, let's look at the contracts available on this planet. Ooh, these are very high level contracts. We're not ready for these. 19, 15, 20. So let's go back to the star map. Okay, so this category here, this is a battle zone, so it has a much higher level of difficulty. So that's slightly different than the base game that we started out with a year ago. So let's go to, we've got two demolition contracts. Let's go there. Okay, so our Enforcer's been repaired, all of our mechs have been repaired, and we're back in business here. All good things. Alright, so we have some contracts on this planet. These are 8 and 9 level contracts. Alright. Simmons, thank you for reminding me to hydrate. Okay, so these contracts we actually have a better relationship with House Davion with. So we can select damage coverage, which means they'll pay for some of our damage, which is a good idea right now. And then we'll maximize the salvage to 6, which is enough for light mechs, which is what we need right now. So if we take 400,000 or less in damage, this damage coverage will pay for our repairs. So that's very nice, especially when you're starting out with mechs that you don't love, like the mechs that we have right now. That's always a good route to go. So this is a demolition mission. So our objective is to go to an enemy base and do as much damage as possible. So we'll take our Enforcer, our Spider, our Locust, and our Locust, because that's all we have right now. But now that I put that Locust into an SRM build, or changed it to an SRM build, I think you're going to find it'll perform a lot better than it did before.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online.
All systems nominal.
Destroying the Morg's industrial infrastructure will destabilize the opposition's grip on this region. Something our benefactors are willing to spend a great deal of sea bills to see done.
Fire formation behind the commander.
Okay. So this is a pretty straightforward mission. We want to do as much damage to the enemy base as possible. You can damage it with your weapons, or you can crash into it. And how much damage you do to a building, or what buildings you can demolish by crashing into it, is dependent on your tonnage. So my light mechs cannot destroy buildings. However, I can. Oh, we got a blackjack. That's a sizable threat.
The rest of the demolition job up to you, Commander.
So I'm having all of my lance focus on destroying this blackjack here. I'm going to try to flank it. So I can get into the rear of that blackjack. We don't have the tonnage to keep a blackjack. But we certainly want to take it out quickly. Right, where's that blackjack? We have a whole bunch of threats, but that blackjack is definitely the biggest threat. Alright, here it is. So let's focus fire on that blackjack.
Target acknowledged. Target eliminated.
As you can see, the blackjack is trying to use his jump jets, which is pretty useless. Alright, there we go. I killed the blackjack. So let's kill the rest of these enemy targets. I tend to focus on the VTOLs because sometimes the AI has a hard time on VTOLs.
Moving on Lance target.
There we go.
They're operating at reduced efficiency. Keep on smashing.
Right, so let's keep working on the enemy vehicles.
Shared target engaged. We're on it, Commander.
got a spider coming in.
Attack confirmed.
Let's focus on that spider.
Integrity of this place is down to 50%. We're halfway there.
Shared target identified.
The spider is something that we can get with salvage, so we're going to try to go for the legs here. When an enemy mech jumps, it's a great opportunity to go for the legs.
Target acquired.
So
New target.
take advantage of that.
Commander, Lance target confirmed.
As you can see, he's jumping here. Trying to go for the legs as much as we can.
You heard the commander. Take that target.
Feels like the rest of my lance is focused on destroying the enemy base, which is not horrible, but let's try to get this, take care of this spider. Right, one of his legs is about to come off. All right.
Torn apart. Damage critical.
Ugh, we lost our locust.
Too close to involuntary retirement.
Alright, we lost our locust. Got another spider coming in, so let's finish off the target.
Lance target received.
Gonna have my lance focus on destroying the spider,
Just a wee bit more, Commander.
and I'll try to finish off the base here as quickly as we can.
That's it, Commander. You've completely destroyed this area. Great
Right,
work.
now we can head for the evac.
Get to the evac point now, before more reinforcements arrive.
Okay, we're heading for the evac as quick as we can.
Forming on you.
The rest of my lance is forming on me. As you can see, the leopard will actually engage the enemy here, which is kind of cool. That Jenner is good salvage, so let's actually stay out of evac circle if we can. And see if we can get this Jenner. Especially if our leopard is giving us fire support here. Trying to go for the last leg there. There we go. I got both legs there.
Great showing, Commander. Our employers will be pleased.
Alright. Hopefully we didn't lose a pilot. I don't think we did. I saw the pilot eject. So we should be okay. Okay, mission complete. We can't get the Jenner. Okay. Take the AC-5, the AC-10s. And we'll continue. So you can see our pilot is out for 72 days. So that's pretty serious. Okay, so fortunately we have to travel. Alright, so initially we're going to do a lot of back and forth to the industrial zone. So here's another industrial zone that's actually closer. So let's go to this industrial zone to do our repairs. Don't be afraid to go back to the industrial hubs often to do repairs. especially early on, you want to maximize your repairs versus your costs. Traveling is not that expensive here. It only costs you time. So, I mean, it does cost you a little bit of sea bills to travel, but it's a small price to pay. All right, so let's repair the Enforcer. Repair the Spider. As you can see, that Spider is always losing that arm that has no armor on it, which is okay. Okay, so let's see what happened here. We need to repair, and we need to replace a machine gun. Not that big of a deal. Okay. Now this Locust is a problem. Let's see how much damage it took. Yeah, this is almost a total loss. IMG Jenner, you're funny. Okay, so this is new. So what it'll basically do is try to guide you through what you need to do your repairs. So we need some heat sinks. And then it opens up. It kind of helps you get the minimum of what you need. So let's look at what we have available. We're going to have to buy some weapons here. Inventory. Okay, so we have a medium laser. We have LRM-5s, which are not good for... Okay, so we can buy some more SRM-4s, which are not inexpensive, but we don't have a choice. So we're going to buy the SRM-4s, install those. We need SRM ammo again, because that got blowed up. Let's put that in the leg. It's cheating a little bit, but I can live with it. Okay, so we need more heat sinks. Right, put the heat sinks in the legs. 2 SRM-4s, SRM ammo, small laser, and let's max out the armor. And I think we'll do fine. Okay, that'll be ready in 19 days. Okay, let's get back to the star map here. There's some mechs here, but we don't have any money. One thing I like is I think what they're doing is they're trying to make mechs rarer than in the original release. In the original release, every industrial hub had mechs, but here they only have a few a few hubs that have mechs. So they're trying to make mechs more rare to increase the value of salvage, which I think is really cool. Okay, so we have a war zone contract here. Let's take that. So a war zone contract, you basically have a set amount of enemies that you need to kill, and then if you kill more, you get into the bonus. But generally speaking, the bonus doesn't really pay off. So let's go into the contracts here. All right, we got hunting bounties. A number of outward alliance forces have been making incursions into the system, which means we have significant bounties on their heads. One of the largest groups being tracked to Brennenthal 3. Take down as many of the opposition as you can, and remember, The more you take down, the better the pay. Okay, so damage coverage we're going to take, because that's really been saving us financially. Alright, so salvage shares, we only get 3. So we're not going to get a mech out of this unless I put all of our money into salvage. And then we can get a light mech. That's about it. I think at this point we're going to take the damage coverage.
Because of the heavy weather, your visibility will be compromised on this mission, Commander. Stay frosty.
Okay. So we have to wait for... What the... Our locust should be ready. Okay, so we're going to have to wait 20 days for our locust to be ready. 30 days, okay. Alright, so we had to wait for our mech repairs. Sometimes that happens. You don't really have to worry about it too much. Time is kind of relative with this game.
Hangar doors open. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Allied forces are attempting to withdraw from this area and need us to screen their retreat. We're to link up with the remaining friendlies screening the retreat and hold the enemy forces as long as possible. We have an opportunity for a hefty combat bonus the longer we can hold the enemies back.
So the longer you can hold the enemies back, you get a bonus, but at the same time, you're going to take more and more damage. So generally speaking, with these missions, I usually do the minimum, and then I complete the mission.
Forming on you.
Especially with what we have to work with here. Looks like we have some friendly turrets.
Target acquired.
Alright, here comes the enemy. We've got a bunch of vehicles to start out.
New target
Oh,
commando.
we got a commando.
We have your target.
Let's
Commander.
focus fire on the commando.
All units. Hostile mechs inbound.
The commando's the biggest threat right now, probably.
Friday. Component lost. Need defensive support.
Opponent lost already.
Target has sustained critical damage.
Oh boy, we already lost our locust. That's not a good sign. That locust is just too frail.
Shared target identified.
I have to manage my heat a little better.
Lance target received.
System offline.
Alright, overheated there. It's not that big of a deal.
Target acquired. System offline.
Oh boy. May have bitten off more than we could chew here.
System offline. Target acquired.
Okay.
Last attack confirmed.
I have to cool off for a minute.
Hostile neutralized.
Target acquired.
I want to thank everybody for joining us. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in chat. We're playing MechWarrior 5, the new DLC and release,
They're
which came out.
on your position.
yesterday.
Brace for hostile contact.
Right. Okay, so we got enemy forces coming in. We've already lost one of our mechs.
Enemies in the air.
fire.
Additional contacts just cross the perimeter, Commander. Expect company soon.
Fire on target. Target destroyed.
Okay.
We're moving to your
Have our Lance group up. More helicopters. VTOLs.
Target is down.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Okay. We have a lot of enemies still to kill.
Additional tangos en route to your position, Commander.
I think that Locust must have got a headshot for it to go down so quickly and so early.
New target Panther.
moving on lance target.
Ooh, Panther. Did I hear Panther? Well, we got a cicada. Alright, so let's clear out some enemies on the other side.
Fire formation behind the commander.
Target acquired.
While we can, before the
Commander.
enemy mechs get into range. Take out some of these softer targets.
Target received. Engaging.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
We've got an LRM carrier, that's pretty nasty.
Here we go. Enemy destroyed.
And they're pretty soft targets too.
Negative on that target order.
Alright, now we gotta focus fire on this Panther. It's gonna start causing us significant damage if we don't take this Panther out. It's a sizable threat at this stage. We don't have the salvage for this thing, so we just need a quick kill. Really going for the center torso. There we go. There goes the Panther.
Tango eliminated.
Recon reports additional forces entering the engagement area, Commander. Be on the lookout for them.
Let's focus fire on the cicada while we can.
System offline.
Overheating. I gotta look at adding some more heat sinks to this build.
Shared targets engaged.
We're on it, Commander.
Heat critical.
Now, one trick that you can use if you're up against a faster mech is try to crash into it, because that will cause it to lose its evasion.
System offline.
See that I'm overheating, that's okay. Just trying to push the red line here. Definitely need more heat sinks in this build. There we go. There goes the cicada finally. I don't know why that's saying the stream is ending.
Target acquired.
I'll check on that in a second, Fluffy.
Destroyed.
Enemy destroyed.
Not sure why it would do that.
Target.
Your objective is
Okay, so we just completed the objective.
the fray. Hop aboard the ship and we'll get you
So let's
out
get out of here. Max speed.
With you.
just get evac'd and then we'll fix it. Yeah, I'm working on it now. Give me a second. Fluffy, let me evacuate and then I'll fix that. I don't know why it's doing that.
Victory is ours, Commander. Prepare for evac.
Alright, there we go. I fixed it. Sorry, Fluffy. I must have hit a hotkey. You're right. Okay, so now we're unknown. Okay. Okay. Got it. Alright, so let's go back to the star map here, and guess what we're going to do? We're going to go back to the industrial hub and do our repairs. It's just much cheaper to travel back to the industrial hub than to do your repairs in a combat zone. It's worth the time. You're trading time versus cost, right? If that makes sense. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Enforcer just needs repairs, but I need to look at the heat problems here. So let's look at the loadout. Alright, so we're going to switch things out a little bit here. So what if we do... We'll put the small laser back in. Now the AC-10 has a range of 450 meters. Small lasers, 225 meters. Large laser is 675 meters. So we're probably going to pair the small laser and the AC-10 just so we have one less button to push, and we should be fine. That gives me another half a ton. So let's put in another heatsink. I can also drop AC-10 ammo because I haven't run out of AC-10 ammo yet. So let's do that. Let's do, we'll add a heatsink. And then we will add some armor. I can live with that. I haven't played with the Enforcer that much before, so I gotta get a feel for what we need. Alright, so need repairs. This Locust M keeps getting destroyed. I think I need to just take some weapons off of it and just increase the armor. It's not my favorite mech. So let's see what we can do here. Medium energy slot. Let's see. Let's put in the medium laser. And let's max armor. Okay, that still gives us another ton. So what we can do is we could do a... You know what? We're going to put the SRM-4 back in. Just doesn't make sense to give it up. I'm going to have to take some armor off the legs and the arms. And the torso. 30 days. 30 days to get this Locust back on track. I don't know if it's worth it, but this is the mechs that we have to play with right now, so. Alright, let's go to, yeah, we're running out of money. Let's see if there's some stuff we can sell here. Not that much. Alright, we definitely need to have some successful missions here, because we're running on fumes. Alright, let's take this demolition contract here. Okay. So let's look at our contracts here. Armed robbery. Okay, so let's accept that mission. But we're going to deal with that later. So we got contracts available. We have a level 9 demolition contract. As you can see, our relationship with this house is getting better, so we actually have the chance to really increase our salvage share. So let's do 9 here, because we could really use another mech. Desperately could use another mech. Okay, so we're gonna wait the 22 days for the mission to start. Wait, cancel. Okay, my pilots are all healthy now. Okay, so let's launch. Big problem I have is that I need to upgrade my supporting mechs. 2 locusts are not getting the job done. Either is the spider.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
I would say the start is already more challenging than the original release on Epic.
So smash everything in sight. I will monitor your progress from here.
Okay, so let's head to the objective area. And we're gonna have to go around to get there, it looks like.
Crawling in behind you.
There we go.
On your trail, Commander.
And hopefully my heat management will be better here, although we did lose some firepower. As you can see, the AC-10 and the small laser were automatically grouped together because they're the closest as far as range, so that makes sense. Most of the time when I'm firing my AC-10, the small laser
There it is.
will be in
I'll leave
range.
the rest of the demolition job up to you, Commander.
Hostiles have breached the perimeter.
Okay.
Invaders are encroaching on Dragon's Den. Begin disrupting.
Ooh, we got a javelin.
I can't target that.
Shut target.
Let's focus fire on that javelin. As you can see, when the enemy jumps, it gives you a great opportunity to go for the legs.
Targeting info updated.
Your AI will not go for the legs. they will go wherever they can shoot the target. So if you want to maximize salvage, it really becomes your job. There we go. He lost a leg. Trying to hit that other leg. There we go. Oh, we got some helicopters. Shoot those down. Okay. Alright, we took out the initial defenders, it looks like, so let's go back. I'll have the Lance focus on keeping the enemy busy. And I'll see if I can't go in and finish off this base as quickly as we can.
Enemy destroyed. We're on your 6, Commander.
So we have greenhouses here. They're a great target for doing a lot of damage quickly.
Keep on smashing. You've managed to demolish about half of the target's buildings. Crack on, Commander.
Also, these satellite dishes cause a significant amount of damage.
It's nearly here, Commander.
So we're going to target those. There we go, mission complete. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, so let's head for the evac point. Let's get out of here as quickly as we can. See if we can squeeze through this opening here. There we go. Let's get out of here, folks. We actually got through a mission without losing a mech. Ooh, we got an assassin coming in. We don't have the salvage for that, so let's just get out of here as quick as we can. We might get that javelin, which would be a significant upgrade for us. Okay, total payout. Alright. No, we don't have enough for the javelin. That sucks. But at least we didn't lose any... have any significant damage, which is nice. That was a pretty smooth mission. Alright, so... normally we wouldn't do repairs outside of an industrial hub, but these repairs are relatively minor, and we're going to travel. So we're going to make... it's going to be more expensive for the repairs, but if all we need are repairs, you can do that in a conflict zone. We didn't lose any components. We didn't suffer any significant damage there, so... we're going to make those repairs in system. Okay, let's look at the star map. We've got a couple options. We've got a war zone contract. We can go to this planet that has multiple contracts. Let's go to that planet. Most of our repairs should be done by the time we get to this planet. Let's see. Okay. Yep, all of our mechs are repaired. Okay, so let's look at the contracts available on this planet. We have a misdirect assault. We have a war zone, and we have a raid. Let's do the war zone to start. Okay. Alright, let's go. One of the things I like about this game is you can go get in and out of missions really quickly. There's not a lot of hanging around or waiting for missions to load.
Attention. Prepare for Battle departure. Warning. Hangar doors open. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
We have friendlies under assault from hostile forces.
Okay, war zone.
With them and hold off the enemy advance as long as possible. Be sure not to overextend yourself, Commander. Eventually, you will need to fall back to...
Alright, so this is a new environment. This is a
Bottleneck approaching.
moon environment. Oh, we got a cicada. Let's focus on this cicada. We don't have the salvage for it, so again, it's like, how do we kill this thing quickly? That should always be our priority. I'll work on that after this mission, Big Fluffy. I did notice that earlier. Okay, there goes the cicada. I'll work on the cropping after this mission, Fluffy. You're not missing anything significant. You're just missing really just our weapons. But I'll work on fixing that.
That's a back confirmed.
Oh yeah, the weapons grouping. Yeah, that is missing. Right now I have a large laser on one button, and then I have... And then I have a small laser and the AC-10 on another button.
Target acquired.
Okay, J. Edgar. Our AI can probably handle that by itself. Let's do... Huh, we don't have any active targets right now. Oh, there we go.
Target acquired.
Just the J. Edgar.
Contact, enemy vehicle.
Looks like you got their attention. I'm showing multiple hostiles incoming on your
Harasser coming in.
Shared targets engaged.
Our Lance should have no problem handling a Lancer. A Harasser by itself. So the AI I like to group on one target as much as I can. Yeah, there's absolutely friendly fire. You have to be careful. Sometimes your ally mechs will shoot you in the back. It does happen pretty consistently. There was a mod that fixed that, but we don't have that mod available anymore. So eventually that mod will get re-released, and it reduced the amount of friendly fire. But you still will get hit by friendly units sometimes. Alright, we got a cicada coming in,
Shifting to your target, Commander.
along with a bunch of helicopters.
Hostiles detected.
Acquired.
I know they're VTOLs, don't give me a hard time. They look more like helicopters than VTOLs to me.
Target acquired.
It's hard to see these guys at night. I'll switch to night vision. That will help a little.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Lance target received.
All right, let's go help our Lance.
Target acquired.
We got a Javelin coming in too.
Coordinating our attack.
Let's focus on the Cicada first. Coordinating weapons fire on one target is always going to be more efficient than spreading out your Lance on multiple targets, especially when your pilots are early.
Target acquired.
I'll see if I can work on the Jenner. But the Cicada is a much bigger threat. So what I can do,
Target acquired.
Targeting knowledge.
I'll have my Lance go after the Jenner, and I'll go after the Cicada here. Ah, I pushed that button again. Hold on. I don't know what's with me today.
Taking heavy damage.
Target acquired.
Get the Cicada. We don't have any salvage to get the Cicada, so we're just trying to get a quick kill here.
Target mech down.
Additional hostiles
There we
have
go.
been dispatched. They're heading your way.
Ooh. Our Lance is definitely taking a lot of damage here. Yeah, I'll fix the screen right after this mission, Fluffy.
We have your target,
We
Commander.
got a bunch of fire support vehicles coming in, along with a Scorpion.
Target acquired.
Moving on Lance target.
Where'd that Scorpion go? There it is. It was hiding. The tanks do a pretty good job of using cover in this game.
Mission complete, Commander.
There we go.
Every kill from
Mission
here
complete.
is bonus
Let's
pay.
get out of here.
Stick
We're not
around as long
doing...
as you like,
We're not
but
sticking
don't
around
get
for
shown
bonus
confidence.
pay.
Enemy forces still have a sizable hold of this area. Fall back to the mark now point when you're ready for evac.
We're out of here.
You're clear to board at Mech Bay number
Okay.
1.
So let me
Welcome back.
see if I could fix the screen for you, Fluffy. Yeah, it's cropping a good chunk of the stream. I'm not sure why. If I can do that, it's going to make it a little smaller, but then it's all going to be on the screen for you. Hopefully that's better. Okay, let's look at our salvage here. Gonna maximize our salvage. Pretty smooth mission there. Anytime, Fluffy. Anytime. Alright, so again, since there's no significant repairs needed, we're just going to repair our mechs in system. Oh, we lost a component here. Alright. We lose lots of SRM4s on this thing. Alright, what do we have? We got SRM2. Okay, we'll do the SRM2. And then we'll increase the armor. Can't wait to get rid of these locusts. Okay. So let's get back to the missions available. We've got a 9 and an 8. Let's do the raid. House Karita doesn't give us very much salvage, but you know, we can live with it here. Let's take the damage coverage actually. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait for our repairs to be done. So pilot XP, Big Fluffy. So your pilot XP goes towards certain things. Okay, so let's look at Lieutenant Lorien here. So you see how the AC skills are 2 to 6, lasers 3 to 5, missiles 1 to 3, armor 2 to 4. So all these points add up to the maximum points that your pilot can have. And as they have success, it will automatically populate. So for example, if Lucille here gets a couple kills with an AC, then her AC skills will go up. If she gets kills with with lasers, then her laser skill will go up. So you want to rotate your pilots eventually between mechs to maximize their XP across the board. All right, so we're going to wait 10 days for the mission for the repairs. Now this is a raid mission, so your goal here...
We've been contracted to destroy a number of tactical objectives in enemy territory. Be aware, we're only being paid for the elimination of the targets. So try not to stick around and tangle with the defenders for too long, or you'll never hear the end of it from FARD.
Yep, this is a raid, so we want to go to each objective, destroy the target, and get out to the next objective as quickly as possible. Can you increase the max? No, so the pilots that you hire are maxed out to a certain amount. Like my pilot can go up to 60 because he's the commander. But most of our pilots max out at 22. So what you do is you hire new pilots as you explore that have higher max percentages, if that makes sense. Yeah, that pilot is never going to be great at lasers.
Near target, urban map.
Oh, we got an Irby.
Target engaged.
Let's focus fire on that Irby. Get rid of it as quick as we can. Ooh, that burst fire is no joke. Okay, there we go. There goes the Irby. So let's go to the next target. We don't want to stay around and destroy turrets. That's not going to do us any good. So let's go to the next objective as quickly as we can. Those turrets will stop shooting us as we get closer. As we get farther away.
Following your lead,
asset. Move up to it, and we'll begin the recovery procedure.
Oh, wait.
Target down.
Okay, so
That's close enough. Ready to start.
that tells me there's some salvage here. See this right here? So this is actually salvage. So let's, I thought it was. Oh, I blew it up. Never mind. Alright, let's go to the objective.
Priority target received.
Okay, so we've secured the objective in that raid already. So we need to go to the next objective for the raid.
Fire formation behind the commander.
Okay. So we've already killed 2 targets in this raid, so it's a really quick. These raids are really quick missions. You don't want to get bogged down, especially when you don't have a lot of salvage rights. So
Mobile units in the area. Target received. Engaging.
If you find the acquisition,
Ooh.
just walk up to it in order to pick it up.
okay, so there's some salvage here. So if I get here, I could collect this salvage, which is an extra bonus salvage,
Excellent find, Commander.
which is
Beginning
good for
recovery
us.
now. Nearly there, Commander. Approach the hidden object to pick it up.
I already did that. Okay.
Enemy destroyed.
Target acquired.
Shut target. Here we go.
Target destroyed.
So the targets with the special icon are the ones that you need to kill for the raid. So that's what we're focused on.
Falling in behind you.
Oh, we got another Irby.
Moving on marked target.
AC-20 burst fire. Really want to get rid of this guy quick. There we go. Target destroyed.
Work, Commander. That's one less target.
Yes, I took the jump jets off all my mechs, Fluffy. I know you are a big proponent of jump jets in Battletech the game, but in this game, jump jets are just make you a bigger target. They're not very helpful. Alright, so we have one more objective here.
Acquired.
With you.
Thought we had something coming up on our rear. Let's go for the last objective, and hopefully we can get out of here quickly.
Target destroyed.
Alright, that was a turret that popped up. I love the soundtrack so far. It's so much better than the original soundtrack for this game. It's really nice. There's so many features from the old game, and you can check out our old MechWarrior 5 videos on our channel.
Target destroyed.
There we go. Target destroyed. So now we can get out of here.
Coming in.
Oh,
That's the last of the targets, Commander.
so we got an enemy drop
Converge on your
coming.
position.
So let's get out of here.
Roger. Moving in fire.
And I want the rest of my lance to follow me, so we don't get tied up in a...
Target.
Brace for
Oh,
combat.
we got a commando.
Spotted. Hostile spotted.
We can engage as we run by.
Shared target identified.
As you can see, our Leopard is actually providing fire support here, which is really cool. It's not something that it used to happen in the base game. I think it happened in one mission only. But now the Leopard will give you fire support as you evac, which is really cool. It's not the most accurate fire support, but it's better than nothing.
Shifting to your target, Commander.
There we go.
Hostile neutralized.
Oh, we got an SRM-20 carrier. Take that out quickly. Oh, I'm out of ammo for my AC-10. So first time that's happened. Probably because I took that extra ton of ammo out.
Target is down.
But we're out of here, so it's fine.
Welcome back, Commander. Stand by.
Later on, we're going to have a couple AC builds. And that's where the ammo management becomes much more important. For example, a Jaeger mech is a perfect example of a mech that you really have to manage the ammo, or you could get yourself in trouble. Alright, that was a pretty good mission. I can't complain about it. So we picked up the chemical laser as the extra salvage that we got, which is cool. Ooh, so this AC-20BF is worth a lot, but we don't have the money for it. I wish we did. Okay, let's look at our mech repairs. Nothing too significant. So when it's not significant, just do the repairs in the system. And you'll be fine. Ooh, lost a medium laser on this Locust. Not a big surprise. This Locust does have paper armor, so we're going to lose a lot of weapons on it. Okay. So we need 13 days for repairs. So we're going to stay in system and wait for those repairs. Because we have one more mission, I think, here. Yep. Demolition. So here's the thing. Sometimes missions don't make sense. So for this mission, we can't get any salvage. We only get 3 salvage, and we can't buy any damage coverage, and they're only going to pay us 232,000 C-bills. This is not going to be a good mission for us, so it's always okay just to not do a mission. So let's do, let's head to Princeton here. Nothing wrong with not doing a mission. Remember, you're a mercenary force. So if you don't want to do a mission because it doesn't make sense to you financially, then don't do a mission. It's pretty simple. Okay, let's find ourselves another contract. Okay, so we have defense, defense, and a war zone. Let's do the mission for Davion, because I think we can actually get a mech now. We have 12 salvage. So we're going to take the chance that we're not going to take too much damage for the chance to get an actual mech out of this mission. So that's a good trade-off right now. So let's accept that mission. Okay, so this is a defense mission. And let's get into it. I want to encourage everybody to get involved in chat. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in chat, and I'll try to get to them as much as I can.
And now threaten the facilities at Nav Point Alpha. We are the closest forces in a position to intercept.
Okay, let's
so
head
move
to
out.
the defense location. And we're going to have to destroy a certain amount of enemies for the mission to be complete. We're not going to have to evac because the mission will end on a defense once you've completed the objective. So, Big Fluffy, when you co-op with
Here's the situation.
with a host, you use their pilots and their mechs.
Destroyed by thugs and thieves.
So all of the resources are the host's resources.
Don't fail.
We're at target location, and not a moment too soon.
Otherwise, everybody would bring their commander, and we'd have a whole bunch of commanders, and that would get too easy. Right, so we're waiting for the enemy to attack here. Nothing on radar yet. So we'll just do a patrol. Here we go. Scorpion.
Target received.
Let's try to save our AC ammo here. If it's just a Scorpion.
Will go. Focusing fire. Enemy vehicle spotted.
Oh, there's a harasser.
Target eliminated.
Right, where did that Scorpion go? There was a Scorpion over here. Here he is.
Coordinating our attack.
The Scorpion's using the terrain to stay out of sensors. Very smart. Come on. Where is he? There he is. Ooh. See how my spider went right into my firing range? So that's how you can end up with some friendly fire.
Invalid target.
Come on.
We're on it, Commander.
Target acquired.
Now, with modded MechWarrior 5, you used to be able to really zoom in for long-range shots. We don't have the ability to do that now. So, that's something that will probably come up with the updated mod packs once the modders update for this new base game. This base game is significantly better than the release with Epic. I'm very impressed. Alright, we got a fire starter.
Here we go.
So let's focus fire on that fire starter. That's some really good salvage. I'd like to get a fire starter here.
Ready up. Battle mech spotted.
Copy, Commander.
So let's focus fire on that fire starter. Try to go for the legs as much as we can here.
Those enemies are getting too close for comfort. Push them back.
Come on, take out the legs, guys. Take out the legs.
Tango eliminated.
There we go. We took out both the legs there.
To your position, Commander.
Alright, so we have to get back to the objective. We wandered off position for a while there. Well, now the games are the same. So I've had this game on Epic, and it was not the same game that they have now, but they've upgraded Epic to to the same model as what's on Steam. So all the platform games, whether it's PC or Xbox or PlayStation, are all compatible. They're all the same.
Shifting to your target, Commander.
This Locust is really... Oh, we got a Panther. We should focus fire on that Panther, actually.
The area is taking a beating,
It's a bigger threat for the objective here.
to cause any more harm.
Alright, everybody go after that Panther. Oh, we got a Manticore, too. I'll focus on the Manticore. Take that off the field. Manticores are nasty. Heat is becoming a problem. Come on, guys. I gotta watch my heat. This Panther's making me pay for overheating. There we go. There goes the Panther. Alright, we got the Locust still.
Focusing fire.
I'll let my Lance work on the Locust, and I'll take out that Scorpion.
Try to get the attention of as many opponents as possible. We need to keep their attention on us and not their objective.
Target acquired.
Target mech eliminated. Enemy destroyed.
Alright, we got one more enemy. That's it.
Our employers will be pleased
Mission
that we've
completed.
held our ground and saved this facility. Good work, Commander.
Yeah, you could cross-platform, so all of the versions are the same. My Epic version got updated when they released it on Steam. So I have to say, I'm not the biggest fan of Piranha, but I think they've done a good job with this re-release. Okay, so we have enough parts for this Panther. It's got a lot of damage, but we're going to take it. So we're going to take this Panther. It's a significant upgrade, and that will take all of our salvage points. And that was a good mission because we didn't take a lot of damage, but we got a Panther. So now that we have that Panther, you guessed it, we're going to go to a hub, industrial hub. So let's go to Hickok here. And we're going to do all of our repairs at the industrial hub, including for our new Panther. Hopefully we're going to have to buy a new engine, it looks like. So it's not going to be cheap. But we'll have a Panther now instead of that Locust that was always getting itself in trouble. Let's look at the barracks. Do we have any better pilots here? We do. Okay, so this pilot here
Ready, Commander.
is a level 28 max pilot. So we're going to hire him. Actually, let's do the mech repairs first. Because this Panther is going to be expensive. Alright, so we'll repair everything. All we need is armor repairs. Not bad. Alright, so let's look at this Panther. It's going to be a significant repair job. Lost the PPC. Lost the SRM-4. Yeah, unfortunately we didn't take out the legs for the Locust, or the Firestarter. Otherwise I would have taken the Firestarter. The only salvageable mech was the Panther. Okay, so we're going to have to buy some stuff for this. All right, we're going to take the jump jets off, because jump jets are useless in this game. Okay, we don't have to buy an engine. That will be replaced automatically. Okay, so now we just have to we have to buy weapons for this Panther. So we're going to buy a PPC. It's expensive, but it's necessary. Alright. So we're going to put the PPC in the Panther. Let's look at our missile systems we have available. Nothing I want, so we're going to have to go see what's on the market. Okay. We're going to take the SRM-6 Stream. We probably need some more SRM ammo, but there's none in the market, so that's par for the course here. So let's put the SRM-6 in. We're going to max armor. Heat sinks. We got plenty of heat sinking here. Actually, I need that space for the ammo. Now we're over ton, so we're going to strip armor. We're going to strip armor and max armor, and that'll get us to the appropriate tonnage. And in 36 days, we'll have this Panther. So we're going to be waiting. So let's find a mission that's going to take an appropriate amount of time, hopefully. Okay. 27 days to get to this demolition mission. Or 20 days. Or 27 days. Let's go to this demolition mission. Yep. Alright, so what contracts? We have a demolition, it's a level 9. Let's see. We're going to accept this mission. Ooh, we're almost out of money. That's a problem. Let's see what we could sell. Okay, that'll pay for our immediate financial expenses. Okay, so that makes me feel better. Okay. We're running short of cash here. Repairing that Panther was expensive. Alright, so let's take this mission. We need the sea bills. Alright, so we want to have the pilot that has the best laser ability take the Panther, right? So we're going to put the Panther in that slot. And we're going to put the Spider in place of the Locust that always gets destroyed. That should be a decent combination. So we're going to have to wait for the repairs to be completed, which is 9 days. And now we have the Panther. So this is a demolition mission. Now, one of the benefits of the Panther having a PPC is the PPCs are really good at taking out VTOLs. So that's a significant plus right there.
Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
We have been ordered to destroy the forward operating base at the marked nav point. Prepare for a fight, Commander. But remember, the primary objective remains the destruction of the base itself.
Alright, so let's focus on destroying this base. And I'm going to have I'm going to focus on destroying the base, and the rest of my Lance, including our new Panther, will focus on keeping the enemy busy. We need a quick cash grab here, which means we're going to focus on destroying the base and getting out. See if there's any salvage here. Nope, doesn't look like it.
If you find the acquisition, just walk up to
Oh,
it
wait.
in order to pick it up.
There's some salvage over here.
There it is. I'll leave the rest of the demolition job up to you.
So we're
Commander.
gonna go next to this
That's close enough. Ready to
salvage.
pick up operation.
Attention unidentified battle mech. You have entered restricted Federation
And
airspace.
collect this salvage.
Now, or we will take defensive action.
Alright, we got a fire starter.
Payload acquired.
That would be good salvage, except we don't have the salvage points for it. So let's just kill this thing quick. As you can see, when it jumps, all it does is make itself a really good target. That's why jump jets are not good in this game. See, it jumps, and then it's a really easy target. There we go. Took out both legs. Alright, I'm going to focus on destroying the base. Oh, we lost our AC. Lost my AC from that fire starter, so we're going to do this the old-fashioned way.
They are hurt, but our contract calls for us to wipe them off the face of this system.
Yeah, I mean, some people do like the jump jets, Fluffy. I don't. So, if you like them, then use them. Most people I know, including IMG and Matt, who we play with, don't bother with jump jets.
Heavy damage to a number of the facility structures. We appear to be
Let's just destroy the space as quickly as possible. Doesn't look like we have a significant amount of enemies after us here. Let's destroy this base and get out quickly.
Our HQ has been decimated.
almost there, Commander. Only 25% of this area remains.
New target Panther.
Oh, we got a Panther coming in. We'll have the rest of the Lance focus on killing that Panther. I like jump jets. I'm not biased against it. So, the mechs that you can, the vehicles or buildings you can damage by running into them depends on the size of your mechs. So the higher tonnage of your vehicle or your mech, the more damage you could do by crashing into buildings without taking damage. Right, we're running out of stuff to blow up here. Come on. We're gonna have to destroy everything in this base. Down to 1%. Come on. Right, we got the Panther apparently.
Facility's gone cold. All power signatures gone. No one's going to be able to utilize this complex for quite a bit. Time to get out of here,
Right,
Commander.
mission successful. Let's get out of here. We got some vehicles. but they're not going to be worth anything.
Acquired.
Shared targets engaged.
So let's get out of here. Alright, back the way we came.
Forming on you.
That Panther was a nice upgrade to our force.
Target acquired.
Priority target received.
Alright, I'm gonna let them fight it out against the enemy. I mean, Fluffy, I've put in 17 days of time in this game with the original release, so I've never found a use for the jump jets. IMG, who loves jump jets, has the same position that jump jets are really not worth it here in this game. So it's not just me.
Stand by for pickup, Commander. Welcome home.
It's not just me. Alright, successful mission. Let's see. What can we get that we can afford? Not too much. A couple things. We took a lot of damage on that mission, mostly my enforcer. Yeah, so we almost have to go back to the hub here to do repairs because we're running out of money. Let's see. So let's do that. Money's becoming a problem. Yeah, money's starting to become a problem. So let's see what we could sell. We could sell a couple ACs. I don't, so we'll sell the flamers. Got some jump jets. We'll sell those. All right, let's do our repairs here. All right, so we lost the AC-10, which might be a blessing in disguise. Let's see what we have. Oh, we do have an AC-5 burst fire available. I do like AC-5 burst fire more than AC-10. It's probably worth the money. Okay, so we'll take out the AC-10 ammo. And now we need ammo for the AC-5. So let's go back to the market. Okay. The burst fire is similar to a ultra autocannon. I'll show it to you in our next mission, Fluffy. Let's see. So we'll put in the AC-5 ammo. Probably need, let's see, 80 rounds. So we'll do 1.5 tons. of AC5 ammo. Alright. Large laser, small laser. Let's see. That gives me the ability to put in another single heat sink. We'll do that. That'll improve my heat a little bit. Let's max armor. And repair all. I'm going to be a half a ton light here, so let's see. I could take out the small laser and try putting in a medium laser again. And that gets us closer to full tonnage. Okay. Okay, so the AC5 and the medium laser were grouped up automatically, which is perfect. That's what I want to see. So the yeah, you have to be a little flexible with the timeline, Fluffy. It's not really a ultra cannon. It's I'll show it to you when we play. All right. Ooh, our Panther got hit hard. Let's fix the loadout here. Lost the SRM-6. That's not good. All we have is an SRM-4. Then we'll put in some extra armor. And that's all we can do right now. Okay. Oh, the double heat sinks. Yeah, the double heat sinks are a problem with the timeline. So, Fluffy, we gotta be a little flexible about that. One of the things that the modders did was kind of true up the weapons. So we might see that when the mods come out. Alright, so let's go to the star map. Let's go to Utuma here. We desperately need some money. We need to have some successful missions here. Money is tight. Money is tight. I'm going to be back in 30 seconds, so I just need a bio break. I'll be right back. Yeah, so that's one thing, Big Fluffy, is you can mix heat sinks in the unmodded version of the game. Again, the mods actually do a better job of cleaning that up. So I would say probably in the next month we're going to have some mods that will clean some stuff up in the game. But it's a much better game product than we had in the base game last year. So I'm not going to complain. Okay, I am going to complain that we're almost out of money. That is a problem. I could sell our extra mech that we don't have. That we have. That wouldn't... but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it later. Let's look at the contracts. So we have a defense. Let's take this defense. How is this salvage? 9. Okay, we'll accept that. Actually, we're going to do 6 salvage, and then we're going to take the damage coverage, because we're running low on cash. Okay, so we'll have our Panther, our Enforcer, our Locust 3V, and our Spider. Okay, we're going to need 6 days to wait. And we're launching. Yeah, so you can match different size heat sinks.
Our employer feels hostile
Just
forces on
have some
the
flexibility.
industrial settlement. We need to locate the facility and secure it against all external threats.
If we pick nitpick this game, it's going to be frustrating for you. Generally, this game is light years ahead of the Epic release 9 months ago. This is a very nice mech. Really nice build. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Alright, so we have to find a opening to get to the defense location here. As you can see, there's a big canyon here. So we're going to have to walk around until we find an opening that'll get us to the objective. Ugh, we gotta go all the way around. You know, you could argue, well, see, even if we did jump jets here, we would have to do jump jets down one cliff, then jump jets up the other while we wait for them to charge. So the time here is not that big of a deal. Plus, we can actually enjoy the environment that this biome has is pretty cool, with these asteroids floating around. They've done a good job with the fighting environments on this game. I enjoy them a lot. So you have to kind of not worry about things like some of the quirks in the game. A lot of this will get cleaned up by modders probably in a month or so. So in a month or so, the modders will probably give us XL engines. They'll probably fix that you need to have all double heat sinks or all single heat sinks. Those things will all be fixed by modders. Probably in the next month or so. But this base game is so much better than what they had to work with a year ago. It's great. They'll probably add zoom back in. We used to be able to zoom like in MechWarrior Online and take sniper shots, so that will come probably pretty soon. Okay, so we should... Okay, so we've triggered the defense.
You've reached the target, Commander. Nothing on scopes at the moment, but don't get comfortable.
Alright, Big Fluffy. I might not be here. I'm probably going to take a break at 12. But then I'll be back later on this afternoon for a whole bunch of MechWarrior 5. I'm really enjoying this new update. It's really playable. Alright, we got a harasser coming in.
Ship
Let's go take care of that harasser. Actually, I can let the other units deal with that harasser. And I'll patrol close to the base.
Armored vehicle on radar.
Yeah,
Target is down.
there we go. Target down. We got another harasser.
Focusing fire.
The vehicles do a really good job of using cover. Sometimes it can be hard to find these vehicles until you're right on top of them. I have no idea where this harasser went. There it is.
Target acquired.
Got another harasser.
Can't do that, Commander.
See, we're losing the targets.
Copy that. Follow the commander.
Where'd that harasser go? There it is. Harasser is going to have to come to the base before we can do anything
Falling in
about
behind.
it.
Target acquired.
Eventually they'll filter into the base.
Roger. Moving in fire.
I think the harassers are trying to get us to come away from the base. And that's just a bad idea. They're basically acting like decoys. But until we destroy them, we're not going to have any more enemies come in, so let's go destroy them.
You must have really kicked over the beehive here.
There we go.
Commander. More hostiles inbound.
Alright, more hostiles are going to come to the base now. So let's get back to the base as quick as we can. Take a shortcut here.
Target acquired.
Target received.
There's the other harasser. There's an SRM-20 carrier.
Contact.
And we got some helicopters coming in.
Copy on shared target. Target neutralized.
God damn it. Stop shooting at us, Luck.
Target acquired.
This map is not helping destroy enemies quickly because,
Target acquired.
as you can see, the enemies are on the other side of that canyon. Let's see if we can attack them at long range here on the side of this cliff without going over the cliff. There it is. Papa.
Target
Oh,
acquired.
we got a target over there.
Shared targets engaged.
Let's take out that enforcer, that harasser.
Unit spotted.
Target.
Destroyed.
Nice. Nice PPC shot there for a kill.
Target acquired.
Right, so I'm actually going to send the spider. Lost the target again.
Invalid target.
Invalid target info received, Commander. Sorry, can't attack that. Off trigger.
Negative on that target order.
So that weapons carrier is all the way on the other side of this canyon. Let's see if I can find a way to get vision on it. There we go. There it is. There we go. I got vision on it.
Recon has
There we
spotted
go.
additional bogies.
Right,
Taking
now the
along
next waves will come.
your position.
That was kind of a glitch. There we go. We got a javelin coming in, which would be good salvage. Except we don't have the salvage shares for it.
Tango spotted.
Alright, where's...
Target
Oh,
acquired.
helicopter.
Will go.
Let's focus on that helicopter first.
Enemy destroyed.
Then we'll focus on that javelin.
Launch target.
From the fuel tank.
Damage to the facilities is minor at the moment, Commander. But we cannot allow this damage to cascade. Do what you can to draw the enemies away from here. The facility is suffering heavy damage, Commander. Get in there and engage as many targets as you can.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Shared target identified.
So I'm having my lance work on one javelin while I work on the other.
Your resistance is pulling in more hostiles from the surrounding area.
Target acknowledged. Target eliminated.
Go.
Locust.
Locust coming in.
Engaging.
Target acquired.
And another... Oh, an assassin. Okay, I'll take the assassin. Everybody else can work on the locust.
Weapon systems compromised. I need to eject.
Everybody work on the assassin now. That should be it.
Employers will be pleased that we have held our ground and saved this facility. Good work, Commander.
Alright, we didn't take too much damage on that mission, so that'll be good for us there. Reputation growing. Ooh, if only we had the salvage. I'd like to get a javelin. Javelins are actually pretty nice mechs in this game. Okay. Look at the market. I need to sell some stuff here. Sell these jump jets. Money's definitely running tight here. Okay. Ooh, so 2 of our mechs didn't take any damage at all on that mission. So that'll lower our repair costs. 11 days for the Enforcer. Let's see what contracts we have available. We have 1 War Zone. Ooh, with good damage shares. So we're going to take our chances there. And take that War Zone mission. We'll wait the 11 days for our mechs to be repaired.
Attention. Prepare for battle mech departure. Hangar doors open. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
The battlefield is up ahead. Enemies will be relentless on this front, so take care not to overextend your stay here. But if you do stick around, our employers are offering a competitive combat bonus.
Okay, so
if we
this is
can
a war
continue
zone
to hold
mission.
off enemy forces
Typically,
outside
those
the
missions you
time
want to
to
get in and out quickly. So that's what we're going to do.
Commander, you've got the Ops Force attention. They are converging on your position. Brace for hostile contact.
Okay, war zone. We have to destroy 13 enemies and then we can evac.
Target acquired.
Targeting info updated.
Got a couple of vehicles coming
Ground
in.
armor spotted.
Another scorpion coming in. Let's go take care of that scorpion. This is just the beginning. Sometimes the enemy will send vehicles and try to trick you into going away from the base, getting you to chase the vehicles.
Your resistance is pulling in more hostiles from the surrounding area.
Okay,
On your trail, Commander.
it's gonna get harder before it gets easier.
Target acquired.
Alright, we got a harasser coming in.
Shared target
Let's
engaged.
focus fire on that harasser. Ooh,
Target acquired.
almost got shot by my own friendly unit there.
You heard the commander. Take that target. Target is down.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Okay. 5 targets down.
Forces spotted operating in the area. Watch out for them.
Okay, here comes mechs. Mechs are coming now.
Priority target received.
New
Here we go.
target
Mechs.
Contact.
located. Target acquired.
Copy.
Let's get rid of those VTOLs.
Destroyed.
Target is down.
Target acquired.
Okay, now we got a Jenner.
Shared target. Here we go.
Let's actually have the rest of the Lance go after that Locust. And I'll go chase down that Jenner. That Jenner would be really nice salvage here, so if the rest of my Lance can be distracted, maybe I could take out the legs on this Jenner and we can get some good salvage here. Trying to hit those legs, especially when he's jumping. Trying to focus on those legs as much as we can.
Additional hostiles have been dispatched. They're
Go.
heading your
There goes
way.
that Jenner.
Invalid target.
Target acquired.
Target info received. Engaging.
Alright, 3 more targets and we're out of here.
Target acquired.
VTOLs. Looks like the VTOLs are it.
That's all the kills we need, Commander. Stay as long as you like. The pickup is available at the extraction
Nope.
site when you're
We're
ready.
out of here. Let's head for the extraction. Okay, extraction is on the other side of that hill. Right where the enemy is.
Settle on radar.
Acquired.
Engaging with mercenary forces.
Let's get out of here.
Enemy destroyed.
Probably have to focus fire on this cicada. Just get it down quickly. So we can evac here. Another Jenner. We need to focus on evac, which is this way.
Focus target updated.
Engaging target.
So let's focus on getting out of here. Should be over in this next valley here.
Target acquired.
Target marked. On the move.
I'll let our mechs focus on the enemy, and then I'll focus on.
To your target, Commander.
Copy that. Follow the commander.
Target acquired.
Moving on that target.
Getting us out of here.
Enemy forces continuing to converge on your location. Stay frosty, Commander.
We're out of here. We're not dealing with any converging enemies. We should get some good salvage out of this mission, which we desperately need. Alright, we're out of here.
Ours, Commander. Prepare for evac.
Alright. Successful mission there. And, oh, all we can get is a cicada? I mean, the cicada's not horrible, actually. It's better than what we have, so we're going to take the cicada. I was really hoping to get a Jenner. I'd rather have a Jenner than a cicada, actually. Okay. Let's go to the star map here. Since we have a mech to repair, let's go repair it. Okay, so now we're back at the industrial hub, as you can see. Let's look at our battle mechs. Repair the Enforcer, relatively cheap. Spider, relatively cheap. Panther, relatively cheap. Which is good, because now we have to repair this cicada. So let's repair this cicada. Alright. Small laser. Repair all. How much is that going to cost us? Oh no, 4.5 million. Oh, I don't have the money to repair this right now. Back. So sometimes you gotta look at your market. It's not letting me sell the battle mech, which is weird. I should be able to sell the battle mech.
Finally! Got something for me, big boss?
Alright, hold that thought. I'll figure that out off camera. And we're going to take a little break, and I'll be back in a couple hours with some more MechWarrior 5.